When Phineas and Ferb burst back onto screens in its long-awaited fifth season, the series felt comfortingly familiar. The animation is a touch smoother, a few voices are freshly recast, and pop culture gags now reference The Matrix and Aliens instead of Lost and Star Wars. Yet beneath the nostalgia-inducing veneer lies a narrative snag that veteran viewers can't shake. Why is Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz suddenly villainous again? A redemption forgotten. Back in the original finale, Last Day of Summer, Doofenshmirtz abandoned his tri-state area domination dream to mend fences with his daughter, Vanessa. By the time wrap-up specials like Doof 101 and the OWCA files aired, the once bumbling antagonist was teaching science, dabbling in heroics, and sporting a freshly minted OWCA badge. Even his cameos in Milo Murphy's Law preserved that reformed status. Season 5's premiere, summer blockbuster, resets the clock with a single lyric. I spent most of last year trying to be good, but now I'm back to my evil ways. And never looks back. Vanessa merely shrugs. Oh, so we're evil again? And just like that, the layered redemption arc is gone, hand-waved away in 10 seconds of musical montage. The value of status quo and its cost. On one level, the creative choice is understandable. Phineas and Ferb thrives on its formula. Phineas and Ferb build something spectacular. Candace tries to bust them. Perry thwarts Doofenshmirtz and Adder. Everything resets before Mom walks in. Restoring Doof's schemes lets the revival slip effortlessly back into that rhythm. New viewers get classic shenanigans. Returning fans get the show they remember, minus the baggage of post-finale continuity. But Phineas and Ferb never shied away from character growth. Candace gained self-confidence, Isabella earned leadership cred, Buford softened, and Doofenshmirtz himself wrestled with generational trauma. Erasing that progress without so much as a quick flashback or a therapy session anecdote feels less like a playful reset and more like unfinished homework. Missed storytelling opportunities. The series has already introduced perfect vehicles to tackle Doof's relapse. Deconstructing Doof. An episode centered on therapy could have let him confess a goofy, petty reason for ditching heroism. Say, OWCA gave him a fluorescent orange lab coat that clashed with his aesthetic, or his latest Goodinator exploded in public and went viral on BadTube. Vanessa's internship. Watching Vanessa juggle OWCA training while her dad slips back to villainy would add emotional stakes and comedic tension. Perry's dilemma. Agent P went from nemesis to colleague. How does he reconcile undercover spycraft with a friend who's back to building reverse polka dot pattern destroy-natters? Any of these angles could restore the fun status quo and reward long-term fans with connective tissue. Why an explanation matters. Cartoons reset. That's a given. Yet modern audiences, kids and nostalgic adults alike, crave coherent arcs. Streaming culture means viewers binge seasons back-to-back, catching discontinuities the original weekly schedule masked. Ignoring Doof's redemption doesn't just snip a dangling thread. It tells fans their investment in character development was optional. Moreover, Phineas and Ferb's comedy has always been sharper when it winks at its own lore. Remember the running gag about Perry's missing fedora, or the multi-episode payoff of Candace's broken ankle. Lampshading the reset would fit the show's meta sense of humor while honoring continuity. How Season 5B and Season 6 can fix it. The good news, there's time. 10 episodes of Season 5 remain unaired, and Disney has already greenlit Season 6. A single scene, Doof riffing on a tragic backstory involving expired mayonnaise, for example, could patch the hole. Better still, dedicate an episode to the fallout. The re-villaination. Doofenshmirtz's therapy sessions reveal that heroic life was too bureaucratic. Paperwork, performance reviews, and dental plans crushed his creative spark, so he returned to villainy for the freedom to invent ridiculous contraptions. Vanessa strikes back. Vanessa, disappointed but empathetic, stages an intervention. If Dad insists on being evil, he must do it responsibly. No collateral damage, no unpaid interns, mandatory hazard signage. Hijinks ensue. Agent P and the moral gray. Perry grapples with fighting someone who's half friend, half foe. The resulting mission forces both to admit they miss the camaraderie of their brief hero partnership. Such episodes would preserve the comedic formula while rewarding fans with satisfying context. Final thoughts. Phineas and Ferb's revival largely nails the tone that made the original iconic. Yet the unexplained revillainization of Dr. Doofenshmirtz risks alienating the very audience Disney counts on for week-to-week buzz. Continuity doesn't have to weigh the series down. Handled with the show's trademark absurdity, it can supercharge the humor and deepen the heart. Until that explanation arrives, fans are left asking a question Doof himself might ponder. If I was happier being good, why did I build the back-to-being-bad-natter in the first place? Here's hoping the answer is as delightfully convoluted and satisfying as every other scheme in the tri-state area.